So I've been putting together my set and getting everything set up. Yes, that's actually a micro soldering setup. We're gonna keep working on getting everything put together. I've got it as clean as I can because I also work off of it. But that's not why we're here. Why we're here is for the SC3 by Fifine, and this is one of the few tools left that I have a need for to really put together the perfect streaming setup. So today we're going to take a look at what this puppy has to offer. Go over to the desk and take a look at it. All right, all right, all right. Let's make sure that we're in frame here properly. I don't have any way of monitoring to make sure that I'm where I'm supposed to be. So my audio and everything's probably going to be messed up, but this is the box for the SC3. We have switchable RGB. Let's see, customizable sound effects, individual channel control. Let's see, easy installation, as well as brilliant RGB lighting. I'm reading these upside down. Intuitive friendly panel. Yeah, you know what color it is. It should be marked, but this one, the black version. Let's see, multi-purpose function key, wide compatibility, and fun voice effects. All right, so we go ahead and put that down, and then we're gonna go ahead and pop this box open. Oh wait, that's because I have been actively using this. This has been fantastic to use. And I was doing my review with it, and I didn't want to take it apart and tear everything down because got everything set up, and this is a little bit more complicated than tearing back down a microphone real quick. On here we have our sliders for our independent controls. We also have a bunch of noble hair, but that just kind of comes with the room. Your version most likely will not have that. On the back side here, we have the XLR input. I need to get a better quality camera. We have a dynamic and a good lord, condenser. I wanted to say compound condenser microphone setting. So if you have a condenser microphone, you're going to want it switched to here. If you have a dynamic, like the K688 that I'm talking into right now, or the Tank 6 that I did the intro with, you're going to want to be in that mode. You have a headphone slot, so I have the X3s that I've been using ever since Fifine sent them to me. Absolutely love them. Take a look at that review. We have a line in, which can go with the 3.5 millimeter cable that they send you in this box. They also send you one of their fantastic USB cables that have a Type C and a Type C to A adapter. Oh, sorry, that's headset. So that's going, sorry, wrong thing. Plug in like headset. Then you have your headphone adapter. And then a line out, or plug, and then a line out. We also have one other thing, which I forgot my prop for. You have, this is a combo jack for the XLR. So this does that, or the 1/4 inch cord. That's like, like a guitar would use or something like that. Not going to work with the guitar. You'd have to have some type of lifter or something like that to deal with the fact that the impedance is going to be different. And then we have the OTG/PC. Now this OTG can actually be plugged into a phone. I was playing with that. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to plug in and give it some power, and she's going to come to life for us. Obviously, we have my default color scheme. I like the cyan teal type colors, which always looks blue on this camera for some reason. All right, we have a green color, which always looks blue. We have a yellowish type green. We have a multicolor, which always hits like bright white on my camera. We have a breathing or like cycling type setting. This is the breathing setting. And so it's going to breathe, and it's going to go down, and it's going to come back, and it's going to be like a magenta. and it's going to go down. It's going to come back. It's going to be a purple. And then we have the snake or cycling, whatever you want to call it. And then we have our solid colors. So we have red, pink, purple, blue, and then my favorite cyan, green, and then the yellow, and then it does the rainbow and goes around in circles. Alrighty. Next thing that we have is we have the electric sound, which is just going to add a little bit of tonal changes to your voice here. A little bit of fun to play with. I'm not really in my wheelhouse on the things that I do. And then we have a voice changer option, which we will take a look at later. That one's going to be a little bit of fun because I'm going to have to turn off my noise canceling so you can actually hear some of these, as well as A, B, C, and D button. Now, I have these set to things for my streams. So that's the jokes on you. I'm into that stuff. Skeletor thing. Then we have the That's What She Said with Michael from The Office button here. And then on this one, we have the Squirtle Sacks. But this one's not taken up by anything. So what you do is you hold it for about 3 seconds, 2 seconds, something like that. And then it does this, white. Now you can let go of it at any point in time, but after 15 seconds, it will stop recording whatever you have. And then that's what you have. So you have 15 seconds of record time, and this stuff is persistent. My apologies, I'm getting over a cold, so there's going to be a lot of cuts here. Persistent. So, I press this, and it's going to go ahead, and you're going to see that it's playing out through the headphones. The joke's on you. I'm into that. One, or the Michael, Michael, stop. Yeah. So actually that might be Squirtle Sacks. That's going for a while. That's Squirtle Sacks. But we have different knobs here anyways. So here is our microphone knob, and it's going to go up and it's going to go down. Now, if you pay attention to the lights that are going on up here, right? Brain broke. So if you pay attention to the microphone settings, right, this is going to go up and down. Now, if we grab something else, right, so say we have the line in, right, and we adjust the volume, and we're like, hey, our line in and our microphone are a little too high, but we want to have like a visual indicator because it's dark, in your room, wherever you're doing your streaming or just using this for regular gameplay. You can kind of have another visual indicator with this light. And then if you adjust it, then you can be like, all right, where's that one's at? And you can kind of play with it, and it, bounces around. Kind of like that. Then we have the headphone and line out. So you have your headphones. You can have your headphones all the way up, all the way down. And then your line out. Same thing happens with the slider thing, and it'll freak the heck out if you. So that's your settings there. And then we have a single solitary LED here at the bottom that is going to be the same as whatever your color is set to up here. So it cycles through or does whatever it is, gives a nice little underglow. All right, let's go get this set up. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. All right, so if you are familiar with the content that I did the last time about setting up your audio on Linux, then this is going to be pretty simple to you. If not, go back and watch that. I'll make sure that it's down in the description on how to set up this whole noise canceling and stuff like that. I also have it over on my Patreon. It is completely free. You do not have to pay me to gain access to the secret dark art information. But what you saw there for me was I plugged in the XLR cable. For mine, it's the Fifine XLR cable. It's 9.5 inches or 9.5 feet, 9.5 inches. And it's perfect. It goes down my microphone boom arm, around and behind my desk, and then it comes over to here. We have my headphones and we have the power cable. All right. So to show that off, we've got this button here because everybody likes to show off. Yeah. Anyways, but that plays through the microphone. All right. So say we want to record something else to be, part of this hotkey combination. This is another one popular inside of my streams when I'm over on something like Twitch. So we're going to hold it for the 3 seconds.
Wow.
All right. Then we're just going to go ahead and press this custom.
Wow.
So, you know, that's kind of how that works. And again, it goes for up to 15 seconds there. So those are the buttons. Now, if you are wanting to set up a specific scene or something like that, what we're going to do is, so now you might be wondering, how do we set this up inside of, you know, something like OBS, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. Obviously, if I remove the microphone from the computer that I'm using, it's not going to work so well. What we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and this is on Windows or on Linux. You're going to come into the little plus symbol there, and we're going to do an audio input capture, and we're just going to call it video real quick. Video mic, right? And we're going to come over here, and we're going to select our Fifine SC3 right here for our microphone. I'm not going to select it. In my situation, though, if you followed along with doing noise canceling and stuff like that on Linux, you're going to go ahead and use your Easy Effects source, right? We'll go ahead and cancel that one there. And remove, yes. And then if you wanted to do an audio output capture, we're going to go with video, at least in this situation. Desktop, I guess. And we're going to go ahead and select our Fifine SC3 analog audio. And that's going to, we're going to discard that. That's going to give you what I have here, which is I have my mic and I have my desktop audio. And you can see that my microphone's running right there. And if I do the switch that real quick, I guess.
Wow.
There we go. That is a bug with
Wow.
Pipewire. Okay, we don't need to keep hearing you. Stop, I don't know, that's gonna wind up causing issues if I play it too many times. So yeah, that's the Fifine SC3. Now, all of that works Windows or Linux or Mac. And then it also, I've been playing with it with the phone. I haven't found an application to use it with just yet. Maybe I'll do a video on that if I actually come up with a situation where it makes sense to do it. All right, I lied. This is real quick. This is going to be somewhere in the video. I'm probably going to put it at the end. But we have something fun to show off. Granted, it's very applicable that there's a ton of cat hair on it, but wrong side. We have the Orion class shirts are running and rolling. I'm going to go ahead and put a screenshot most likely because I lost the stupid paperwork for the donation. But to the Humane Society, we made a $20 donation. That is possible because of people like you that go off and buy these Orion class shirts. These shirts are specifically for the purposes of donating and getting something nice. The profits from those shirts go to the Humane Society in my local area, and it helps to give food, shelter, pay employees of the Humane Society there that takes care of animals. The Humane Society, when we lost Orion, was very helpful at making sure that I was able to get his ashes affordably and just kind of have some closure with a really bad situation. So we were able to make a $20 donation to the Humane Society from people like you. I know it's not a lot, but every little bit does count, and this is what those shirts look like. They're just nice, nice shirts. You don't get the fat man that's in them, so you're gonna look like you just with a shirt. It also has on that nape of the neck a nice little logo there. Anywhere that you see this, good Lord, can I keep track of what side me is? Anywhere that you see the logo, right, for the Orion constellation, any product or merch or whatever that has that on there, the money that is made from that, the profits, go to the Humane Society. If you want to help support me specifically, you're more than welcome to, leave an additional tip if you want to, or buy one of our hats or anything like that that doesn't have that, or any of the fantastic other merch, any of the Pandora collection. Just as a reminder, because it's been a while since I've talked about that, that money goes into a another project that we're working on. I don't financially benefit from that one either. I do a lot of things that involve me not making money. If you want to also help support me, there are options like doing super chats and stuff like that on the channel, as well as the Patreon has a $5 tier per month if you would like to help with that. I should probably look at other options. I keep getting people that are asking, sending me emails. Awesome. I'm glad. Thank you for the emails. I highly appreciate it. But I keep having people that are asking, like, hey, how do I help support you? Which is weird. It's not a lot of people. It's been like 4 or 5. No, it's been 4. 4 people that are like, hey, I'd like to help support you. How do I do that? And it's like, watch the videos. Ad revenue is where I make funds for this channel. So anyways, thank you very much again to Fifine for sending the SC3. I don't get any money. I get to keep the product. That's always fun. It helps me to continue to make videos, which I appreciate, but I don't get any paid endorsement. If I think that the product sucks, and I have had some criticisms, this particular product does exactly what I need it to do. It's got physical, dials on it, and that's I can. And my old man brain can understand the concept of turn down because I'm too quiet, too loud, or turn up because it's too quiet. It's just one of those tactile things. Really wanted to play with it. Oh, I had said that we would talk about the voice changers. Good Lord. For those of you that stuck around after the video, let's play with the voice changer real quick. So you're going to have a wonderful background, which is why I have a office that is, which is why I use the noise canceling software. That's my noise floor in here. We have
the male voice, and that sounds like this.
We have the female voice, and that sounds like this.
And the robot voice, which sounds like this. We have, I believe it's supposed to be monster, that sounds like this.
Then we have the baby voice, and everybody loves the baby voice. And the baby voice is everybody's favorite voice, because who wouldn't like the baby voice?
As well as we have the elder voice. And then if you keep clicking it, but if you
hold the button down, it'll actually go from being white to whatever your color is. I totally forgot to play with those because they're not really something I fully use. Regardless, I'll keep this in the video at the end. And thank you again. We'll see you guys in the next one. Don't be afraid to dive on into the rift.